How many people in this room own a cell phone? Okay. I want you to take it out and hold it in your hands. I'll give you a moment to reach into your pocket and find it in your purse, but please take out your cell phone and hold it in your hands. Right now, you're holding a device that connects you to the world. You can send messages to your best friend, capture precious family memories, stream your favorite movies, and use tools that'll keep you productive and informed. But what if I told you that the minerals inside your phone are fueling one of the deadliest conflicts of our time? A conflict that has killed entire families, displaced communities, and robbed children of their future. You can put your phone down, but don't put it away just yet. For as long as I can remember, my dad refused to own a cell phone. Not because he didn't need one, but because he understood what it cost. He knew that inside every device, there were minerals connected to our homeland, the Democratic Republic of Congo. See, it wasn't just about the phone, it was about the principle. And he would not carry in his pocket something that caused the suffering of his own people. I was young at the time and I didn't understand. Growing up in a world surrounded by technology, I wondered if my dad's protest would ever make a difference. But now, I understand. And I hope that by the end of this talk, you will too. For those of you who have never been to the Congo, I'd like to take a minute and take you there. I was born in the Democratic Republic of Congo, a country in Central Africa with a population of 110 million people. Its landmass covers twice the size of Western Europe, and it's home to some of Africa's most celebrated musicians. From Franco Luambo's rumba to the modern rhythms of Fali Ipupa, our country is rich in culture, music, and resilience. I come from a big, loving family. My grandparents raised 10 children each. You can imagine how chaotic that was. But they didn't do it alone. Uncles, aunts, cousins were each involved in our everyday lives. You know how the saying goes, it takes a village to raise a child. And I had a great one. In 1997, everything changed. Our country was torn apart by civil war, and my family was forced to flee for our safety, leaving behind the home we loved. With the help of a kind German Mennonite couple, we relocated to Canada. I was 2 years old when this happened, too young to remember the details, but old enough to inherit the loss. From my dad's refusal to own a cell phone to my mom's stories about her upbringing, I was raised by two parents who reminded me that no matter where we were, we will always be deeply connected to the Congo. Because the Congo isn't just where I'm from, it's who I am. And that's why it breaks my heart to see the suffering that continues to take place. The Democratic Republic of Congo is one of the richest countries in the world. Beneath its soil lie some of the largest deposits of critical minerals: cobalt, coltan, and copper, resources essential to making our cell phones, laptops, military technology, and medical equipment. But the people of Congo do not benefit from this wealth. And to understand how this happened, we need to take a step back and look at the Congo's history, back to the roots of this exploitation. In 1885, at the Berlin Conference, European powers carved up Africa like a piece of pie. France took a portion, Germany took a portion, Portugal took a portion, and the Congo was handed to King Leopold II of Belgium as his personal property. Millions of Congolese people were forced into brutal labor, harvesting rubber and ivory. Those who didn't meet their quotas had their hands cut off. And by the time international pressure ended King Leopold's reign in 1908, over half of the Congo's population had perished. Today, There are over 6.5 million people who are displaced. This is the second largest displacement crisis after Sudan. The people are fleeing for their safety because armed groups are fighting for territory and resources. And the world is largely silent, forcing me to ask why. Is it because the lives being lost are Black and the land being exploited is African? Sometimes we hear these statistics and it's very easy to distance ourselves. But let me paint a picture of who this impacts. For my master's thesis, I spent 3 weeks in Goma, a city in eastern Congo. I interviewed survivors of sexual violence who had experienced the unimaginable. And as I heard story after story from woman after woman, one thing remained true. Women were experiencing the worst of this conflict. I'll always remember the words of a young girl who reminded me so much of myself. She was the eldest daughter in her family and had dreams to become a lawyer. Her voice trembled, but she told her story with courage. And when she finished, she said something that I'll always hold on to. She said, sometimes she wished she had died. This bright, brilliant young girl said that death would be better than living with the pain and violence. This is one of many, many stories. So if Congolese men, women, and children are suffering, who's profiting? The answer is complex, but clear. The supply chains that link Congo's minerals to our devices operate underground and undercover, making it nearly impossible for us to trace. The Congo's minerals are exploited and taken into neighboring countries and sold to middlemen. And by the time these minerals reach these factories where our devices are assembled, their origins are buried. This lack of transparency allows companies to continue this cycle without accountability. And here's how it works. Multinational corporations rely on Congo's minerals to power the global tech industry. And Western governments also rely on these minerals to power electric cars and renewable technology. And then there's us, the everyday consumer. If you own a cell phone, drive an electric car, have flown on a plane, you are part of this story. Every time we upgrade our devices, often without knowing the full cost, we help sustain the demand for critical minerals. And now that you know your role in this conflict, the question is, what will you do about it? You don't have to be a policymaker or a CEO to make a difference. I know there are people who are probably thinking, I need my cell phone. I use my laptop for work, my car for transportation. I understand. Even my dad, after years of saying no, finally chose to own a cell phone. And that doesn't mean that his protest was meaningless. If anything, it evolved. It means that now he can use that very same device to speak up, stay connected, and be informed. And so can you. You can ask better questions about the devices you consume. Ask yourself, where did this come from? Who paid the price for it? Hold the brands you support accountable. Also, recycle your devices. How many people probably have a device sitting at home collecting dust? You can go home and recycle it today. And also support organizations who are on the ground doing the important work. Organizations like the Panzi Foundation, Keshero Hospital, Heal Africa are providing medical support where it's needed most. And don't forget to amplify Congolese voices. Listen to journalists, advocates, academics who are telling the important truth. And speak about Congo with your friends, with your colleagues, at your dinner table. Sometimes when we understand the power of our choices, a device as small as a phone can become a tool for your advocacy. I started this talk by asking you to pull out your phone. I want you to look at it once again. That device in your hand has a hidden cost, a human cost. And the people of Congo are worth fighting for. And so is their future. It may feel like a conflict far away, but the things we buy, the way we speak up, the conversations we have ripple effects that can transcend country borders. Because the Congo story, it's not just mine, it's ours. And the power to change it is in our hands. Thank you.